Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria 2, where we discovered jigs. So, furniture production. That's actually good for us because we do actually produce some furniture. We have a furniture factory. So that's great. It's producing 0 because we have no timber. But, yeah, that's good. Now, I would really love it if we could get our, not tropical wood, if we could get our timber stockpile actually set up here. And I'm just going to stockpile 2,000 because I want to buy any timber that's on the market ever. So theoretically, we're not spending anything because maybe there's no timber on the market currently. That's the theory. Egypt signed the Geneva Convention. Okay, good for them. And we completed a couple of railroads, which does mean that we are up to 48% infrastructure bonus for these factories, which is great. Absolutely fantastic. We are researching inorganic chemistry not because of the bonus we get for it, which is a supply limit upgrade, but because of these inventions. And they are so good. Strength through unity. Good job, Sweden. So after this, we are definitely going to be working on some commerce stuff here. Factory output, potentially. Oh, hello. So that finished up. That's perfect. I think we're going to start with business banks for 5% tax efficiency, which is going to be huge. Absolutely enormous. And we're going to be able to start constructing our artillery factory here. We're going to do that right now. I believe we just took a big ol' loan. Indeed we did. That is a big loan. And we're going to repay that as well. Like right now. I don't want to be paying 3.82 interest all the time. So there we go. Repay that. Of course, we are currently bringing in a whole lot of iron. But that is to be expected. And even with that, we're making money. Although, we kind of bought all of the iron in the world. So, there's that. Small arms production output. That's really good for us because we have a small arms factory. Oh boy, there's an election coming up. I hope they don't mess up our factories again. That would be annoying. When is that going to be done? 7 July? Okay. Well, we'll have to see. The first Farmers Bank. So, we could nationalize the bank and gain a little bit of money, but the farmers would gain militancy. We've seen this event before. All the farmers would gain militancy, or all the farmers would gain consciousness. Consciousness is naturally decreasing, so let's go ahead and let them gain consciousness. That's fine. Nitroglycerin. Ooh, explosives production output, mining output plus 50%. Look at this. This level of coal is insane. Absolutely nuts. We're gaining 300 pounds a day from that single province. That is perhaps too much. Perhaps that is too much. I'm going to go ahead and cut taxes because of that. Like, we can afford to cut back to, like, all the way back to the 35% we started at in this session. Iron production output, we don't actually care about. But let's take that back to 35. This back to 35 as well. Hang on. Trade policy, we'll get to you in a moment. 35%. What? No. 35. We want to be at 35. There we go. Okay. Trade policy. So, everybody's in favor of free trade. No one supports protectionism, so we just go for free trade. Super simple math there. That is not a hard choice to make. We could build a level 1 railroad here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we could just work on either building up our railroad infrastructure in the area. Like, we can build railroads all over, or we could work on building up this factory chain that I haven't decided what it's going to be yet. And I think we're going to wait on that because we just don't have very many craftsmen over here for the 3 factories that we have. So, that's a thing. The Ottoman Empire is in a crisis, but it's probably not going to result in a war. I hope. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards just building up railroads. War policy, okay, we're going to, again, move towards... Nobody supports jingoism. We're going to move a little bit more towards pacifism. I don't want to fight wars right now anyway. I want other people to fight wars, and then I want to sell them guns. That's the idea here. Are there any wars going on right now? There aren't. And that's why our guns aren't very profitable right now. So more war, guys. Come on, you can do it. I'm sure they'll be fine. So are we importing the timber that I asked for? Like, where do we see our national stockpile? I don't know. It's interesting, to be sure. But farming output plus 2% and fertilizer production output plus 5%. That's a big deal. The election is finished. Hang on. A coalition of conservative and reactionary parties. Okay. They didn't break our factories. Fantastic. They can stay in charge. Now, they're not in favor of any reforms, and that's understandable. We've been pushing through a lot of pretty extreme reforms, so I'm fine with that. Oh, what did they do to our taxes? It all seems to be left the same. Okay, sounds good. We're trying to import quite a lot of iron, which makes sense. Makes a lot of sense, in fact. However, a lot of these things should be finishing up. Our infrastructure is increasing in Kordofan. And yeah, now our income is getting solid again. So that's excellent. Now I'm thinking about maybe improving infrastructure in East Houseland, because that will increase our amount of coal that we're generating. And that's basically the bedrock on which our economy is built. So I'm going to expand this infrastructure, for sure. It's a level 1 railroad right now, and it could be a level 3, right? Yeah, it could be a level 3 railroad. So that's probably something we want to do ASAP. While we're at it, we maybe should expand here and here as well. And like realistically, I just want to expand all of our railroads that we can to be as high level as we can, just so that we can get that sweet, sweet multiplier built in there. I think that'll be pretty ideal. And as soon as Business Banks finishes, we'll get that sweet, sweet 5% tax efficiency. Also, farming output plus 50%, that's a heck of an invention. I like that. Administrative efficiency, but it leads to 3% tax efficiency in inventions. That's pretty neat. Oh boy, there's going to be a war? The Ottomans are at war with all of these nations. We're allied with the Ottomans, by the way. Brazil wants military access, sure. They can have that. I'm not in the war. Right? Yeah, we're at peace. Oh, this is the Great War. Russian Empire versus USA, Ottoman Empire, Austria, Hungary, France, Liberia. Brazil is on this side. Italy, Germany, Russian Empire, and UK. Ooh, that's nasty. I'm gonna sit out of that one, for sure. I don't want anything to do with that. Did we take out a loan? We did take out a loan. I'm gonna repay that loan. Excellent. Now, we took out that loan because we were working on our railroads, and as this war rages, we're just going to keep working on our economy. That said, we should be making quite a lot of money from small arms. And as soon as our artillery factory finishes, we should be making quite a lot from that as well. But we still do need iron. And this war is going to produce a massive iron shortage. Hey, tax efficiency. Fantastic. So I think next we are going to go for this admin efficiency. Factory cost reduction, that's nice. Because we can get that sweet 3% tax efficiency increase. So we're going to go for that. And then we're definitely going to be going... prestige increases, those are nice. Tax efficiencies and farming and mining output, business regulations is probably what we go for next. Although scientific management is super good. They're both super good. Oh boy, we have no iron whatsoever in the world. What is the current price of iron? Yikes. You don't say it's in high demand. It's in very high demand. I mean, I don't know why this isn't actually working, but maybe now it is? Oh, we can see how much is on the market. So the demand is currently exceeding the supply, which is expected. As far as iron goes, the demand is substantially exceeding the supply. That said, the actual bought number is below the supply number, which I find to be interesting. Ottoman Empire, hang on. Is this a different war? It is. The Ottomans declared a different war. Serbia is demanding that from the Ottomans. They can have it. Sorry, Ottomans. I'm not getting involved in that mess. I'm out. Let's go potentially for proportional representation. Or perhaps harassment. There's a popular movement of size 1 for that, but the maximum work hours is back, and is at 3.8 radicalism. Okay. I mean, we can go for a 12-hour workday. It's fine. Completely fine. We have not gotten any iron since this war started. Oh boy, I really wish we produced our own iron. That would sure be nice. But alas, it is not to be. Okay, so our railroads are coming along nicely. as far as our production over here goes, the price of coal appears to have dropped. Probably because they are currently fighting wars and not trying to, you know, light furnaces or something. I don't know. Presumably it's something along those lines, but that's completely fine. It'll come back, I'm sure. And honestly, I don't really care too much about doing much of anything other than... Suppose we could get away with grabbing this portion of American Africa and connecting ourselves? Yeah, me neither. It'd be funny, but I don't think we could pull it off, realistically. I think we're in too fragile of a state right now. I mean, we're in a pretty good position, but it's a pretty fragile position. So let's go ahead and expand a railroad instead. Excellent. I'm assuming we need iron for this. Steel. Okay, we have steel coming in. That's fantastic. Just is no iron to be had. Go ahead and expand this railroad too. Perfect. And in general, we're just going to be putting money into expanding our infrastructure for a little bit. However, it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, subscribe for more, and next episode, we're going to continue being neutral and selling guns to everyone involved. Subscribe for more. Ooh. Farming output plus 50%. Ecuador went bankrupt, okay. Okay, so, there we go. Now I'm going to put a cut in here. We got that sweet, sweet 50% farming boost. All is good. We're going to be neutral. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you all next time.